You may notice that there are times in your life where it feels like life is cutting you into pieces. And you may wonder, how do I heal? How do I move on? And this skill, this art of healing, is something that I think for most of us we have to learn. We're often not hardwired towards emotional healing. We're hardwired towards physical healing, but emotionally we're not. And oftentimes, where we learn how to heal is through our families. And it doesn't mean our families are bad, but maybe there wasn't a lot of healing. Maybe people just didn't deal with things. They just moved on. Bad things would happen, and later that night, it's like, let's all have dinner. Like, there was just no dealing with things. So, if that's the case for you, I wanted to offer a very short video on what it takes to heal. Now, the first thing is if I were to uh, develop a wound that needed stitches, for example, or staples, or glue, or something like that. The way that you heal is by bringing the severed pieces back together and forcing them together until the process of healing can take place. So, if you were to clearly define the severed pieces of skin and then go on about how each piece has been harmed by the other and blah blah blah. What the pieces don't realize is that there's actually another object that came through that separated them. It wasn't really a choice. And that's the same with our life and our relationships, is that each of us are wired with different habitual patterns and life stressors that sometimes life cuts right through our connections. But what it does require is returning to union with the other part. And this can be just within our internal life. Maybe there are mistakes that you've made or things that you feel are unforgivable, but to actually heal, you have to reconnect and reintegrate, reunionize with that broken, severed, shattered part. And so I really invite you to move away from the traditional view. So, as a therapist, most people come in to tell me how other people wronged them or how they mess up their own life, but they're not necessarily moving into healing. It's a helpful point, and I'm going to keep offering that to people. But if someone actually wants to heal and move forward, they have to move back into taking the broken pieces and gluing them back together.